Hello friends, today we are going to read a passage in French. Needless to say that such passages help you clear TEF, TCF or any other French exam where comprehension is necessary. So let's comprendre or let's understand this passage, which is followed by a question. So let's continue. Depuis 3 ans, une médiathèque d'un quartier populaire expérimente un dispositif inédit de lecture partagée à domicile. So this is the first paragraph of this passage. Depuis means since. Since 3 years, a media library, médiathèque, media library d'un quartier populaire, media library of a popular area, expérimente, it is experimenting with un dispositif inédit, experiment or a thing which is unheard of, which has never been published yet by some other mediathek or people. So it is going to experiment, it is experimenting the thing unheard of until now. It is a new thing, entirely new thing. Inédit means unpublished, or here it will mean new. Inédit. Dispositif, a thing, a device. So it is a thing or device which is being experimented by a popular mediathek, media library of the area. And what is that? What is that thing which is unheard of, which is new, entirely new? Des lectures partagées à domicile. À domicile means home based. So the readings, lecture are readings, partagées are shared. Shared readings. Partagé is shared and lecture is reading. À domicile, home based. So this entire thing is home based. Okay. Next para of this passage. Le principe est simple. Un écrivain invité s'installe chez un habitant volontaire et lit à voix haute un extrait de son œuvre ou d'un texte choisi. The principle is simple. The concept is simple. Un écrivain, a writer, invited writer, s'installe chez un habitant volontaire. He resides at, he enters to the home of a voluntary resident. An habitant is resident. A resident, voluntary resident, invites the writer at his home, and the writer lives in his home or her home. A lit and reads. This is lire verb, L-I-R-E. Lire, to read. A lit à voix haute, at a voice, high voice. He reads an extract from his work, or his work, ou d'un texte choisi, or of or from a chosen text. texte choisi. Cette formule favorise la convivialité car les échanges se poursuivent autour d'un café ou d'un repas improvisé. This formula or this concept is in favor of, it supports la convivialité. That means friendliness, warmth. Because, car means as or because, the exchanges, the talking, the exchanges are followed by, so poursuivre are followed by, continue or run around, autour de, around a cafe. The exchanges, the talking runs around, continues around a cup of coffee or d'un repas improvisé, a meal impromptu, that is without any previous information. When you offer somebody food without inviting him or without informing him beforehand, so that is quite surprising thing, and it is offered uh, on a spur of the moment, you can say impromptu, improvisé. Les participants souvent éloignés des lieux culturels traditionnels découvrent ainsi la littérature autrement, dans un cadre intime et accessible. The participants, souvent means often, often éloigné de, far from, who are far from, distanced from, the is from, lieu is place, places, traditional cultural places. The participants who are more or less distanced from, the cultural places are not accessible to them. So what is the benefit they get by inviting such writers, even though they are far away from the traditional cultural places? They découvrent ainsi, this way, ainsi is thus, in this manner, they discover la littérature autrement, the literature in other way. Autrement is other way, other method. So although they are far away from the cultural places, traditional cultural places, they the literature becomes accessible to them by inviting a writer. Dans un cadre intime, in a environment, in an environment, cadre is your environment, which is intime et accessible, which is intimate, friendly, personal, cozy, which is accessible also, which is available also. Okay. Selon les organisateurs, selon is according to the organizers, that is Mediatek, cette démarche, this step, this approach encourage un véritable sentiment d'appartenance. This encourages a real, véritable is real, true. What is sentiment d'appartenance? Sense of belonging. Sentiment d'appartenance. Very useful collocation or phrase, you can say. This is sense of belonging et rend la culture plus proche du quotidien des habitants and renders or delivers the nearest day-to-day culture of the residents. The nearest. Plus proche means nearest. Du quotidien, nearest to heart, nearest to daily life. Quotidien means daily life or which is quite close to their heart. That culture is made accessible and there is a sentiment of appartenance means sentiment of belonging. So let's see what the question says. Quel objectif poursuit cette médiathèque avec ce projet? Quel is which or what? Sometimes it may mean what also. Objective. What objective? What aim? Poursuit. Follow. What aim is followed by this mediathèque, this media library? What is the aim? What is the objective with this project? AVEC is with. So with this project, the mediathèque or media library follows what objective? What is the aim? A. Promouvoir la lecture dans un cadre familier. Promote. Promouvoir means promote. Reading. La lecture. Reading. In a familiar environment. Cadre is environment. Cadre is framework, environment, familiar environment. To promote reading in a familiar environment. Former de nouveaux écrivains locaux. Former is to train. Its aim is to train the new writers, local writers. Is it that? Développer un réseau, to develop a connection or a network of, the means of, bibliothèque itinérante, roaming libraries. Moving, itinerant means roaming, going place to place. Libraries, bibliothèque is library. Is it that? Organiser des concours de lecture publique. To organize, concours is competition, contests of reading, public reading. Is it the aim of organizing the public reading contests, public reading competitions? Is it so? So you can decide for yourself what should be the answer. Thank you so much.